The calendar you are using was invented by Pope Gregory. How many of you know that? That calendar you hang in your house, that calendar you are seeing, the person that invented that very calendar is Pope Gregory. Now, history have it that Pope Gregory removed 12 days from the original calendar. I am going to prove it. Remember, I have never said anything without proving it. Now, they tell you 30 days of September, April, June, and November, February 28 alone, and all the rest of 31. Do, 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 ti, do. And then one for you can understand this very song. Now, I want to prove that this song lied, and that Pope Gregory is a liar. He's a pope. I want to prove him to be a liar now. Now, say this along with me. 24 hours makes 1 day and 1 night. 7 days makes 1 week. And the 4 weeks makes 1 month. 4 weeks makes 1 month. Is that correct? 7 days makes 1 week. 14 days makes 2 weeks. 21 days makes 3 weeks. And the 28 days makes 4 weeks. And the 4 weeks makes 1 month. Did you see now that a month is supposed to be 28 days and not 30 or 31? I told you I'm always here to debunk some lies. I'm always here to dissect, diffuse some errors that has been handed over to us down from history. In the book of Daniel 7 from verse 1, it was prophesied that the Romans will come and change the laws, the statutes, times, the ordinances, and the seasons of the Most High. And they have succeeded, whether you like it or not. Get this very broadcast, please repent and follow the laws. The 10 Commandments is what you have to follow. Any other thing is not welcomed. Allow me to repeat. 7 days makes 1 week. 14 days makes 2 weeks. 21 days makes 3 weeks. 28 days makes 4 weeks. And the 4 weeks makes 1 month. Do you know that all these women are listening? Those of you women who are listening, the cycle period in which a woman sees her menstruation is 28 days. Are we communicating? A woman sees her menses, majority of you, some of you that sees it late before then, you have infection. But the cycle period in which a woman sees her menses, the menstrual flow of a woman is every 28 days. Are we communicating? Do you also know that the moon, the moon comes out every 28 days? And do you also know that a moon determines a month? In Igbo we say, ta won won hono. And some people are stupid enough that they don't understand what they are saying. Now, I want you to be very careful. On 30th of December, come out in the middle of the night, you will see a moon in the sky. On 31st December also, come out in the night, you will see a moon in the sky. On 1st January, also come out in the night, look up in the sky. You are also going to see a moon in the sky. Are we communicating? Now, my brother, some Igbo people will say that January 1st is on one. I want you, after this very broadcast, keep some people that they are not reasoning enough. Their medulla is not comprehending some facts, some data. Data is a raw form of information. Their brain is not comprehending some data. You are saying that, which means you are saying that there is a new moon. Now, you telling me that January is a new month. And in Igbo we say Abanonwohunu. Please ask that person on 1st January, is there any new moon in the sky? The answer is no. The moon you are going to see on 1st January is the moon that has been there since December. So on 1st January, people say Abanonwohunu. Go out and look up in the sky on 1st January. There is no new moon. The moon that you are seeing on 1st January is the same old moon that you have been seeing on December. So 1st January is not a new month. It is not on 1 because there is no new moon. Are we communicating? Allow me to repeat. On 1st of January, people say 1st January is a new month, for example. And in Igbo language, people say Abano Wonhono. I want to ask them, you said Abano Wonhono on 1st January. Did you see any new moon in the sky? The answer is no. Now, what makes you think Abano Wonhono? A moon determines a new month. Without a moon, there is no new month. So when you say Abano Wonhono, you have to check if that day you said is on Wonhono, whether there is a new moon in the sky. If there is no new moon, there is no on Wonhono. If there is no new moon, there is no new month. Any day that the moon comes out is first. Have it at the back of your mind from today henceforth that any day you see a new moon in the sky, that day is your first month. Not what Pope Gregory told you in the calendar. Pope Gregory lied. Do you also know that sometimes in the middle of January or maybe at the ending of January, they will tell you that they have, sometime at the ending of January, the new moon will come out. And ignorant people will not understand that that moon that has come out, that they have entered a new moon, a new month. According to the natural calendar, when the Almighty was creating the heavens and the earth, there is nothing like clock. There is nothing like calendar. So there is a natural calendar that was given to us. And that is the moon. A moon determines a month. That is why the Creator gave us the moon, so that we can understand when a month ends and when a month starts. The calendar you are using is man-made. When the Creator was creating the heavens and the earth, there was no calendar there. So are you not asking questions about what you are practicing? Ask yourself, how come this man came and told us that today is first and tomorrow is second? When there is something up in the sky that can tell you when a moon will start and when a moon will end. Common sense have to be applied. We must continue. We have to continue. A month is 28 days. Now, coming to February, they told you February is 28. Are you seeing that error there? They told you that September is 30 days. They told you that February is 28. And they told you that the other ones are 31st. Can't you see there is deception somewhere in history? A moon determines a month. The Almighty created the moon for time and the season. Now he said he created the sun to rule the day and the moon to rule the what? Night. Now this man is telling you that February is 28 and September is 30 and the other one is 31st, and you're not asking questions. Whereas a moon comes out every 28 days and a moon determines a new month. Without there is no new month. Somebody is telling you that a month is 28 this month, and the other month he tells you is 30, and the other month he tells you is 31. You can't ask questions. January is not the new year, and it can never be. The new year starts around the middle of March. Go and read the book of Exodus 12 and Exodus 13. Read these two places. These two places confirms that a new month and a new year starts around the middle of March. And it is not called January. It is called the month of Abib or Nisan. I'm going to prove it in my next broadcast. I will give you the history of January. January was gotten from a god called Janus. In ancient Roman and Greek mythology, if you are careful with my history, you understand that all these errors changed Saturday worship into Sunday. In the year 321 AD, they told you that Sunday, today people are going to church on Sunday. Ask yourself, you that cannot reason, you don't have brain. Because if you have brain, you ask yourself, which day is a Sabbath day? Is it Sunday or is it Saturday? But I'm going to teach that maybe in my next broadcast. January was gotten from a god called Janus. You can Google whatever I'm saying. You can make your research in whatever I'm saying. Janus is the god of transition. Now, the ancient Romans and Greek believed that Janus saw the present and the past. That is why every 31st December, Igbo land, I'm sure, on 31st night, people will start praying. People will start talking nonsense. Afo Baraka Lao, Afo Brungongwagi Lao. They are now thanking Janus that he has seen them throughout that very year, and he's also going to welcome them into another year. Whenever you see the picture of Janus, he has two faces, because they believe he saw the present and the past. Go and check it up. Go to Google, type Janus and the January. Go to image. You will see that wherever Janus is drawn, he has two faces. The ancient Romans believed that he saw the present and the past. The same way in Igbo land, in Igbo cosmology. Ikenga. The ancient Igbo believed that Ikenga, he has two faces. He also saw the present and the past. Some of you don't know history. That is why they deceive you. At first, I see people will be shooting knockout. Jehovah's Witness is not part of all this nonsense. It's only Pentecostals and the Catholic churches with Anglican practicing what they don't know. No wonder in the book of 1 John 4:20 it says, you people are worshiping what you don't know, but we Jews, we practice what we know. In the book of Zephaniah 1:8 it says, I will punish those of you who are practicing pagan tradition, and I will also punish those of you who are dressing in foreign attire. In the book of Jeremiah 10:1, he says, those of you practicing foreign customs and tradition that is not a custom of the children of Israel, that the Almighty is going to destroy you. All these things you are practicing, you have to ask questions, the history and the origin behind all this nonsense. You don't just go and practice something you don't understand. The lies of Catholicism, we have to expose them. There is a language called the Vulgate language, Vulgate. This is a language that only the Reverend Fathers knows this very language. This is the language they used to communicate only to themselves. During the age of papacy, they would tell you, no, Bible. My grandmother told me that when they were children, when they were very little, that they were told that you don't have to read Bible. Only the Reverend Fathers will read the Bible, so that they will feed you with the lies. What is seminary school? Whatever they teach them in seminary school is actually what they learn from the school of Alexandria. What is celibacy? Celibacy is a cause. Celibacy is a cause upon cause. Celibacy, my fruits. You don't want to marry because you are a priest. How am I even sure you're a priest? Because Hosea 6:4 said, my people are perished because of lack of knowledge. Now verse 5 said, people read only verse 4 and they keep quiet. Verse 5 said, because you have rejected the law, I will reject you as my priest. They will tell you they are not under the law. That means somebody who cannot keep the law cannot be a priest, because Hosea 6:4-5 confirms it. I think I've said enough for today. From here, in this early hours of the night, I say good evening to some of you and good day to some of you, depending on where you're listening.